Today, we're diving deep into the incredible series Sense8. We're going to look at how it uses the science of storytelling and filmmaking to explore a really powerful question through two of its absolute best characters, Lito and Hernando.
So let me introduce you to Lito Rodriguez. Now on screen, this guy is a megastar. He's the icon of Mexican action films. You know the type. He's tough, he's super masculine, saves the world, and he always gets the girl. He is playing the exact part the world wants from its heroes.
But see, that's just the performance. Off-screen, Lito is living in constant fear. He's worried that his real life, his deeply loving relationship with his partner Hernando, could completely shatter that macho image his whole career depends on. And this whole conflict just explodes in the Sense8 Christmas Special, which is exactly what we're going to break down today.
All right, so let's get into it. Our first section is all about that role he has to play. That huge, massive gap between Lito's public persona and his real, authentic self.
And you know what's so brilliant about the show is how it's kind of commenting on itself, on the very industry that created it. It pulls back the curtain on a system that has these really rigid ideas, like a gay man can't possibly be masculine, and a masculine action hero could never be gay. So Lito is completely stuck in this box that was built by the exact same machine that made him famous in the first place.
And this isn't just a feeling he has. It's a real documented societal pressure. A couple of researchers, Borges and Canuto, they talk about how media can create these homogenizing senses. Now, what does that mean? Basically, it's churning out these one-size-fits-all ideas of who people are supposed to be, and that completely erases the beautiful, messy diversity of the real world. It's that exact box Lito finds himself trapped in.
So you might be wondering, how does the show fight back against these boxes? Well, that brings us right to the heart of this analysis, what's called the grammar of intimacy. It's all about how Sense8 uses the technical language of film to make us feel Lito and Hernando's story, not just sit back and watch it.
Now, take a look at this number right here, 46%. What do you think that could be? In all the really important scenes between Lito and Hernando that were analyzed for this study, what do you think happened 46% of the time?
Yep, you got it. Close-ups. An incredible 46% of all the shots were close-ups. I mean, just look at the chart. It's so clear that this was a deliberate choice, right? They wanted to keep the camera tight, personal, and intimate. But this isn't just about making things look pretty. It's a very specific tool for storytelling. And this is where this field of study called semiotics comes into play. All it really means is that in film, nothing is an accident. Every single camera angle, every shot choice, it's a sign that's packed with meaning. Those close-ups, they were chosen specifically to pull you in, to break down any distance, and to build this incredibly powerful sense of empathy. The study actually calls this an exercise of otherness, and it's a great way to put it. Think about that powerful scene where the camera just holds on Hernando's face while he gives that speech about prejudice. You're not just some person watching from a distance. The camera forces you to share his space, to look him in the eye, and to feel his strength and his pain. It's like a direct invitation into their world. And creating that deep sense of empathy is absolutely crucial for what the show does next, which is to systematically tear down these old, harmful stereotypes about gay characters in media.
I mean, for decades, if you saw a gay man on screen, he was often just the funny sidekick or a one-dimensional, effeminate caricature. But Lito and Hernando, they just completely shatter that mold. The show presents them as deeply complex, masculine, and above all, incredibly human.
And in doing that, the show creates this amazing paradox that directly challenges us, the audience. By making its big action hero a gay man in a committed, loving relationship, it forces us to confront our own biases. It's basically arguing that sexuality is way too complex for a simple label. It has endless forms of expression.
So how does Lito actually deal with this internal conflict? Well, the Christmas special frames his journey of coming out as more than just a plot point. It's treated like a modern rite of passage.
So let's just walk through this journey together. It all starts with the challenge. His secret gets out, and the industry immediately sees his identity as an image problem, something to be managed. But then, and this is key, comes the turning point. The story pivots away from public opinion and focuses squarely on the emotional support he gets from his mother. Her acceptance is the real game changer. And that leads to the outcome. Because he's rooted in that love, Lito finally finds self-acceptance, which gives him the real strength he needs to face the world.
And this is just so important. The show is deliberately redefining what victory even means.
The real climax of his story isn't Lito saving his movie career. Nope, it's that moment of pure acceptance from his family and, crucially, from himself. That internal journey, that's his real freedom. So let's zoom out for our last section and look at the big picture. What does all of this really tell us about the power of the screens we stare at every single day?
Well, what the analysis makes crystal clear is that media is kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can be used to reinforce the same old, tired stereotypes we've seen a million times, but, as a show like Sense8 proves, it can also be this incredible engine for change, a way to challenge everything we think we know and give us new ways of seeing the world and each other.
So at the end of the day, by treating the love between Lito and Hernando with such respect and depth, and by using the actual language of cinema to pull us right into their emotional world, Sense8 does something really special. It becomes more than just entertainment. It becomes a tool for building empathy and real understanding.
And so, I want to leave you with this one last question to think about. After seeing how a simple choice, like using a close-up shot, is deliberately used to create empathy, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Can the way a story is filmed, the pure mechanics of the camera, actually change not just what you see, but what you feel, and maybe even what you believe? I'd love to know what you think.